Welcome to this look at new mods in the new VERMEER DLC with me, MrSealyp. And so the VERMEER pack new DLC is here. This is the third part of the Year 1 Season Pass. If you've got the Season Pass, it is free to download. I would suggest before going to the game to check the game to see if there's another update. Mine did another update. This appeared on the Mods Hub at about midnight. I think it was just after midnight last night. I put the game on and then clicked on the mod. It was showing in the Mods Hub as a mod, and it wouldn't install. It kept saying bye. So when I came back out, it did an update, installed it, and then when I went back on, it was sitting there. If you don't have the season pass, it's €7.99. That will obviously depend whereabouts you are in the world. I would imagine it's going to be about the same in pounds, dollars, maybe a little bit more, but it should be around that. It was a 2.56 megabyte download, which I didn't think was too huge, which is pretty cool. Now, as I always do with these things, a little bit about VERMEER before we start. There's only 5 bits of equipment, so it's not going to take us too long, so don't panic. In 1948, Gary VERMEER built a small shop and named it VERMEER Manufacturing Company. While the company grew, his farmland flourished, his tinkering continued, and he was making stuff basically for his farm, how things would work, local farmers, people that needed equipment, filling a void, filling a gap, the things that needed to be made better. Gary's home still proudly stands just east of the VERMEER campus in Baler, Iowa, in the USA. It's listed actually as on the National Register of Historical Places, which is pretty cool. As far as the company and what they've made, they've been quite innovative over the years. In the 1940s, they made wagon hoists. In the 50s, stump cutters and road ditchers. In the 60s, utility trenchers. 70s, round hay balers. In the 80s, pipeline trenchers. In the 90s, horizontal directional drills. In the 2000s, terrain levelers, surface excavation machines. 2010s, the self-propelled baler, which we're going to have a look at, was a first. And they're in a lot of different areas. They are in agriculture, biomass, tree care, landscaping, recycling, forestry, utility, pipeline, and mining markets. So they do machinery to cover pretty much everything, which is pretty impressive, I'm not going to lie. So, where are we at? We're going to start with the TM1410, which is the mow. We'll kind of do it in order. We're going to mow, we're going to windrow, we're going to bale. We've got the self-propelled baler, and then we've got a bale shredder for feeding animals, putting down bedding, that kind of thing. So I'm going to start with this. So, the mower, the TM1410, is 6 slots. It's 6.3 meters wide. What I like about all this stuff as well, it's a little bit different. The baler, obviously we've had balers that look a bit like this. I'm sure Cole the Cornstar, I'm pretty sure his brother Cooper had a VERMEER. Was it a VERMEER? And it was massive. Anyway, that being said, let's get on with this. I'm going to cut some grass first. I have got some stuff already over there to bale, but I want to see the mower working. So, unfold. It will swing out to the side. Like so. Now we do have the option L1 and right stick side to side. We can swing that. So we're mowing, we can swing it either side as we go. We can have it directly behind us if we want to. Kind of like that. It's entirely up to you, whatever you would prefer. Let's turn it on. Let's drop it down. And away we go. It's a nice bit of kit, lighting. Indicators 2. Let's raise that up. 1, 2. And come round. Swing it over the side and drop it down. Now, as with this, we also got, they didn't allude to anything, They put visuals out and a blog post. The Aero Grape Liner Series 7000 also came out 23rd, which is today, which is a new grape harvester, German manufacturer. Might look at that separately, I'm not too sure. So that's the mowing side of things. Let's put that away, fold it up. I do like the fact it folds up really nice and neatly out of the way. Right, mowing. Next, windrowing. So the windrow is the R2800. This is 6 slots, 8.5 metres wide. Turn it on. Running at 11 miles an hour. It was blipping 11 to 12, but we're going at 11. Nice animation on that. I'll say one thing as well, just looking at the mods that have been obviously put in, made from real world stuff. Very sturdy construction, you know. Some of the rakes often you get, they look a bit flimsy. This looks like a solid bit of kit. VERMEER gear is here. Now, I don't think we can change the width on that. Hang on, let's... Ah! I was just thinking that. It seems like a very wide gap. We can. So L1 and right stick side to side. Let's bring that in a little bit. So we can give ourselves really tight windrows. Or much wider ones. That's pretty cool. Okay. That's windrowing with the R2800. Next, we've got the first of the balers. This is the pull behind baler, 605N. At the moment we've got it set on 125cm bales. I'm not going to put automatic drop on because once we've got a full bale I want to swap it over. Now obviously we've got the same situation we always have with balers, because obviously 125cm bale, a grass bale, a hay bale and a straw bale are all going to be different sizes. Then we go up to 150, same thing, 181, same thing. So potentially we've got 9 bales that could be done, but we'll get an idea. I do love the metal clips that attach the belts together, and I like the fact they're all at different points as well. It's a little detail, but it's really nice. Seems to have a fairly good, like, wide pickup. 3,500, that's pretty standard. That's brilliant. Close that back down. Right, let's swap that over to 150cm bale. I'm going to run out of grass. I'll have to go over and use some of the other stuff over there. That's not a problem. Yep, 5,500 litre. The last one, I'll switch it to automatic drop and 180. So 3.5, 5.5. I'm pretty sure the 180s are 6.5, aren't they? fairly standard-ish for grass, at least, anyway. The self-propelled baler is not a... I don't think it's a baler wrapper. As far as I'm aware, it's just a baler. Let's turn that for a second. Whiz over to the grass we got over here. Just get one finished. Got a fair bit of grass over here, so we should... Oh no. So they're back. 7.5. Automatic drop. Make sure you back off a little bit. It then closes itself. So you haven't got to worry. All that pressing triangle and stuff. Right. Brilliant. So 3.5, 5.5 and 7,500 litre on the grass from the Vermeer 605N. Yeah, there you go. Wide pickup. See? Pretty cool. Now, I'm going to leave the animal one because obviously you need to make your bales first before you can put bales into a bale shredder. So we're going to move on to, for me personally, I think for a lot of people, this is the one that a lot of people have been waiting for, looking forward to. The ZR5 1200 self-propelled baler. It's a very cool piece of kit, isn't it? This is 12 slots. Oh, I didn't say 605N was 8 slots. This is 12. So not horrendous on the slot counts at all. This one will also do 125 centimetre, 150 centimetre, 180 centimetre. We're going to start with hay. Start up. Drop the pickup. We have beacons, no lights, horn. Brilliant. Runs at the same speed. So hay bale. Smaller size, 4,500 rather than 3,500. Then we'll do a couple of straw as well. So the 150s. This is brilliant. 6.5. The 180. Straw bales should be a bit bigger. Let's have a look in cab while we're going. Very nice. I don't know why it's making me smile so much. It's a brilliant bit of kit. I'll be honest, I thought it went faster. I don't know why. This will be a 9, isn't it? Ability to turn right around like that. 0 turn, pretty much 0 turn. Once you get it right round, you're pretty much on the axle, aren't you? Yeah, look at that. So let's switch it back to 125. Let's see with our straw, shall we? Now the bale shredder, I mean, it doesn't just have to do grass. 5,000 on the smaller. But obviously you can feed your animals. You can do grass and hay for your sheep, and you can do tail mix ration bales and all sorts of stuff. So it doesn't have to be 150s. horse there. 7,000, 7.5. If it's like it normally is, the larger one should be 11. That's me missing bits because I'm too excited. Yeah, the bale shredder's got a pickup. I was going to bring out a telehandler or something to pick the bales up. I'll try and do it how it's supposed to be done. We'll see how that works out. Yeah, so it looks like a fairly standard bale size. There's nothing out of the ordinary. 2.2, that's tonal auto drop. And continue on. So that's the Vermeer ZR5 1200 self-propelled baler. Very nice. Now what we haven't done as well, we haven't looked at them actually in the menu. So we're going to start off with the mower. Price-wise, 49,500. Slot count will come down to 1. 110 horsepower required. Options on it, we've got Trelleborg, Vredestein, back again. No options within those, and there's a license plate option on there as well. And we go to the Windrow, the R2800, 33,000, 80 horsepower required. Slot count will also come down to 1. No options on that other than the license plate, if you want a license plate on there. Then we've got the Baler, which was, let's go to Balers, that would be the obvious place. There we go. 605N, 56,500, 100 horsepower required. License plate option, nothing else other than that. Then we go to the self-propelled baler. It's got its own section now there under balers. 214,000. So 200 horsepower machine. Slot count will come down to 1. It says 4,000 litres. That's interesting. That's an old remnant from previous games, because obviously we can see the bale sizes are different. And then we go back down, and the last one we're going to look at is under animals. On the end there, the BPX 9010, 29,500. Prices actually aren't too bad at all. I thought there'd be a lot more than that, but they're okay. Now this does say 2 bales. We'll see about that. 105 horsepower required to run it. Oh, you know what we didn't look at? The options on it. Sorry, on the ZR5 1200. So we got rim colour standard or yellow. Puts a yellow hub on the back, yellow rims completely on the front. Then we've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, Vredestein, knock-in, back in. On the Trelleborg, we've got standard, wide. Michelin, standard or wide. Continental, standard or wide. Mitas, just the wide. Vredestein, standard or wide. Knock-in, just standard, and then back to Trelleborg again. Then we've got a license plate option as well on that if you should choose. So, what we'll do now is head over to the bale shredder, of whichever type you want it to be. Now, this will be a little bit trickier. Let's see how this goes, shall we? A little bit of a tip there. Probably need to line up a little bit better on it. So, L1, I think it was L1, right stick up and down, there we go, does that on the back. Let's see how well this works, shall we? I'm not saying how well this works, how well it works with me doing it is what I mean. Okay, we're kind of on there, a little bit, just gently does it. L1, then down, oh no, I'll stay there. Hey, you know what? That wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad at all. We got the bale in. So we've got the option then of tip side straw blower, tip side unload. So if we go to tip side straw blower, then unload here, we'll blow the straw out. So if you're putting it into for bedding, or if you're putting feed in or whatever. But if you're doing feed, you want to do tip side unload. So like I say, if you're doing grass or straw, we might be putting silage in. If you've done silage bales, you might want to do those. And then we do unload. It does that. So it still comes out the same place, but it hits that side plate and drops it directly down rather than blowing it out. That's pretty cool. I like that. I think that's the only option, isn't it? Very cool animation on that. I love that it's cutting from underneath. The bale is shrinking in size. It was 11,000 litres. It's now down to 6680. All I'd say is just using that back bale fork to grab the bales. You just need to do it fairly gently. If you do it too quickly, there's a possibility you're going to flip the bale out the back rather than into the actual piece of equipment itself. But there we go. That's it. That's the Vermeer pack, the new DLC, part of the season pass, the third part of the season pass. The last part of the season pass is going to be the Platinum expansion, which is going to be coming in November. But before that, in September, we've got the pipes and hoses coming, but that's going to be a completely separate DLC that you will have to pay for. That's not part of the season pass at all. So far we've had the Antonio Carrero pack, the Kubota pack, now the Vermeer pack, and then we've got the Platinum expansion coming with all the Volvo equipment and stuff, and the new Silver Run map, Silver Run Forest and stuff. But for the time being, a few bits of equipment to keep us going. Hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.